law wasn't very TV good. It's nice. You and Robin always coordinate your outfits.
I was going to say we're coordinating.
Yeah.
Shoulders down, elbows up.
Hi, Shari. Sorry, I'm at your spot. Her real estate.
A little taller. Right up to the top of your head. And then come to center. Right arm's going to stretch up to the sky. Deep inhale. And on the exhale, bring it over. As far as you can without the right butt cheek coming up. And then back to center. And left arm up on the inhale and exhale over. And then come back to center. Take a deep breath in, arms come up. And on the exhale, arms down. Nice tall back still. Arms come up, palms face up. Arms come down, palms face down. The whole time the shoulders do stay down. Neutral at your ears. And then hold the arms out. Right from your shoulders. Flex the wrist. Sitting right on the sits bone so you get nice and tall. Make sure you're not leaning forward. shoulders. Push up through the heels, squeeze the legs together. That's it. Look at your leg length. Look at the turn out, turn in, or collapse of the feet. Just observe for a second. And then open it out into straddle. You can keep your hands where they are.
Double.
Or you could reach down and hold your thighs there. A lot of flex in that foot. Draw the legs closer towards your face so that you're protecting the low back. Let them go. Try not to hold back. And then bend the knees. Soles of your feet together. Reach down, grab the lower leg, align the feet. Toes are pointing straight up to the sky. Pull the heels closer to you, to the ground, to your face. The knees closer to the front of the room. Every inhale, exhale, make a little bit of change. And then happy baby pose. Grabbing the outside of your foot, really making that foot square to the ceiling. Staying center or rocking from left to right if you need to ease into that low back. And have this feeling of pressing the tailbone down into the floor. And look at your knees or just feel it out and try to get them about 90 degrees, 90-degree angle. Knees are going to plug into the armpits one day. One more nice inhale, exhale, and then release the feet, knees into your chest, and rock yourself up and back. Like the socks, Sharon. Those are your happy socks.
Those are my fuzzy ones.
All the way up and back, several times. Really round the back. No clunking, no crashing. 2 more, and roll over the legs into your standing forward bend. Try not to use your hands. Chin to the chest, reach to the front of the room, and then separate your feet. Keep your hips width apart, parallel, grab opposite elbow, and hang it over. Feel the hamstrings. Take a good look at the feet. They're in alignment with each other. You're right in the center of the foot. Swaying from left to right, just hanging off the hips. See if you can lift up all 10 toes. See if you can spread the toes out. Keep that life and lower them back down. And look at the knees, make sure they're still pointing straight ahead. Head is dangling off the shoulders. Let's grab the opposite elbow the other way, so just other arm on top. Okay, take a nice, big, deep inhale, and then release the elbows on your exhale. Bend the knees, palms flat to the floor, shoulder width apart, fingers spread, and rock back and forth a few times. Really put weight into your hands. And once you do feel the weight into your hands all the way down to your fingertips, push the floor away. Shoulders out of the ears. Lift the hips up. Maybe you're even going to rise off the heels when you come forward. And feel that lightness. Push the floor away. Little strength in the core when you come forward. And then one more time, rock forward, weave your weight forward, and walk, jump, or float back to plank pose. Nice, hold plank strong. Shoulders, elbows, wrists stacked. And lift the right leg up a little bit. And left leg up a little bit. Obviously now sweep it into your upward dog. Roll your shoulders up, back down. Up, back down. A couple more times. Up, back down. And then downward dog. Alternate calf stretch. Set the feet, about hips width apart, parallel. Shake out your head. And then come high on all 10 toes. And bend the knees. Remember I did this the other day. Press your chest and belly to your thighs. So you're really high on the toes. You're still in your high heels. Push the chest and belly towards your thighs. Keep your chest and belly there. And start to straighten the legs. You might not be able to straighten all the way. And let's do it again. High on all 10 toes. Bend the knees. Chest and belly to your thighs. And straighten the legs best you can. And again, high on all 10 toes, even higher. Bend the knees, both the same. Push the floor away with your arms, nice and long. Feel your shoulders open, flat back, and then start to straighten the legs. Keeping the back right where it is. Nice. Hold it there. Let's just be a little still for a second. Just kind of happen. Right leg up to the sky, deep breath in. And then right foot forward between your hands. Left foot flat. Okay? Align the legs for a warrior one stance and reach to the front of the room and up into warrior one. Good. So I want everybody to bring your hands together. Interlace all your fingers except for your pointer and thumb. And try to wiggle your side body a little bit longer. And tuck the tailbone a little bit more. And bend the front knee a little bit more. Just simply warrior one. Shoulders to the front of the room. Hips to the front of the room. Feel the connection of both feet on the floor. Sink a little bit more. That's it. So the waist down sinks. From the waist up lifts. Some of you will even tuck the tailbone more. Maybe get a little bit of a chest opening. Go a little past neutral. Good. Hang in there. You're almost there. See if you could just sink in a touch more. Really good. Really good. Now straighten the leg. Lift all the way up through those pointers. Take a deep breath in. Both hips are facing the front of the room. So steering wheel them around if you have to. And then fold it over. Standing head to knee. Or keeping the hand position if possible. If you feel like you want to let go because the balance is off, that's all right. You can let go, palms flat to the floor. But I want that sense of length coming from the tailbone, down the spine, out through the top of the head. Constantly shifting and steering, wheeling the hips around so the left hip doesn't get left behind. Some of you might need to kind of play around and bend and straighten a little bit. Some of you might feel a little out of control, want to hop the back foot in a little bit. That's okay. Inhale, you're getting long. And exhale, you're folding more. So bend the knee a little bit, that front knee just a little bit. And rest your chest and belly on that thigh. Keep it there, glue it there, and pull the hips back to straighten that front leg as much as you can without detaching chest and belly. And you're going to release the hands, the back of the right hand against the inner right leg, and open up into triangle pose. That's it. Left arm up to the sky. Push the back of that right hand against the inner right lower leg. If you're okay, you're starting to look up at that left hand. So get a little bit more length in the top arm. And then turn your left palm, your top hand, to the back of the room. And then bring the hand behind your back. And try and hook it into that right upper thigh. Roll your shoulder, left shoulder, up into your ear, back, down, up, back, down. You're still pushing with the right arm. You're still opening the chest. You're still looking up. You're just opening that shoulder a little bit more. And a little bit more. Almost there. As strong as you can through those legs. Press down to come up to standing. Okay? And then feet are apart, the length of one of your legs. touch the floor without making your legs too wide. So your leg feels safe. You're very conservative. You're very tight right now. If you feel safe, go on. Yeah. Good. Okay, so nice parallel feet now. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Don't loosen the grip when you come over. Flatten back. Right? And then halfway up, flat back. The right elbow is going to point to that brown wall or your neighbor. So lift it, take a deep breath in, flatten it a little bit more, and then fold it back over. Good. Strong legs. Lift the quads so you can release the opposing muscle, the hamstring. You can fold over a little bit more. Halfway up, flat back. Hold, all the way up to standing. Release the strap. Give yourself a little bit of a recovery there. Don't move those feet. You're going to bring the hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders up, back, down. Baby back bend, chest lift. And then fold it over this way. Arms are going to come up over your head the best you can. If you can't get any lift off, think about grabbing a strap instead. Very cool. Okay. Is this not conventional? Yes. I want that. Okay, all right.
I'm moving it. Am I better with the strap at the elbows?
Yeah. Let's snuggle the shoulder blades a little closer. See if you can get the arms over a little bit more. Try to let the head just hang instead of creating tension in the neck and then restricting the shoulders. This arm a little bit more, Nance? No, not that way. That way. Your adjustments are so severe. Driving a plane there? That's it. Good. Hands to your low back. Oh. Roll yourself up to standing. Take a deep breath in. Release the hands. Turn the left foot out. Right foot in a little bit. Arms come up and out and into triangle down the left leg. Slide the left hand down the inner left thigh. Inner left shin. That's it. Get to your triangle. Feel the difference from the other side, this side. Good. Okay, turn that right palm around to the back of the room and then bring it behind your back and try to find the inner left thigh. And roll your shoulders up, back down here. Backward shoulder, your right shoulder. That's it. Sit back then. Your hand to touch mine. Keep on. More. Yes, that's neutral, my friend. That makes you feel against the wall. Take a deep breath in. Keep rolling that right shoulder. Keep rolling that right shoulder. Good. Almost there. Get more length. Lean back a little. Responsible the whole entire time. Breathe. You're going to release the right arm. You're going to look down. You're going to steering wheel your right hip around. And all you're going to do is put one hand on either side of that left foot and bend and straighten the knee a few times. Bend, straighten. Bend, straighten. Well, this started on last Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
I felt like it was jipped. You need to go further.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Okay, make sure that right hip is around. Some of you need to really bring it around. If you're not sure, put your hands on your hips so you really know that they're facing. And then just hold it as straight as you can. Hands are on each side of the foot this time. So you're not interlacing your fingers. You're not in that pristine pyramid pose. Just standing head to knee. Okay, you're going to have to make a little bit of an adjustment in your legs, probably. Probably going to have to make the stride a little bit longer. And you're going to bend the left knee and come up into warrior one. Okay, so still square to the back of the room. straight. Push. And bend the knee, lift the thigh higher. And press it straight. When you press it straight, you lift through the top of the head too. Bend, lift it higher, lift through the top of your head, press it straight. One more time, bend, lift it higher, rock cat, and then lower it down to the ground. Yeah, I know, it's not that. For show. And we feel bad on 5. back bend, little pelvic tilt, chest lift. Good, come back to neutral and then bend the knees. Goddess pose. That's it. Feet flat. Look at those knees. Just a quick pick, a quick peek with your periphery. Quick pick. Knees are wide, right over that second toe, and then sink in. And then maybe tuck the tailbone a little bit and lean against that imaginary wall behind you. Don't you wish it was there, that nice imaginary wall behind you? Open the front of that right shoulder more. Sink a little bit more. You're way more than halfway there, so go a little bit more. We're not doing it again, so go a little bit more. Open the knees again, tuck the tailbone again, lean back again. Chin is up. And then come up to standing. Good, parallel feet. Lift the chest up to the sky, baby back bend. Inhale, and then exhale, fold it over. Straddle forward bend. Good, feet nice and parallel. I did. See, now you did. I wish you were. Bring your hands to your low back. Roll yourself up to standing. Release the hands. Right foot turns out, left foot turns in, arms come up shoulder height. Take a deep breath in and exhale into triangle pose on the right side. Good. That's it. Bring the left arm up to the sky. Lean back, extend right out to the top of your head. The longest neck you can, so you can turn the chin over that left shoulder. Oops, I'll spot your time. Oops. So that's that. Oh, crap. There you go. No charge. And left arm behind your back. Tuck it into that right upper thigh. Roll the shoulder up, back down. I prefer nobody's holding onto the floor, nobody's holding onto a block or your leg, that you really are pressing the back of the hand against the lower leg so that we're engaging the core too. We have to use the legs. We have to use more muscle. So hold on to that shin for a second. And see how you're allowed to like into it.
So nice.
I don't want that. You're almost there. So back of the hand, open it up more. Better on this side, Elizabeth. That's it. That's it. Release the left arm. Look down. Steering wheel the hips around. Both hands down to the floor, one on each side of the foot. Right foot. Bend straight. Bend straight. Bend into warrior one. Okay. Good. Sink from the waist down, lift from the waist up. Hips are square to the front of the room. Shoulders down. Nice deep breathing. Tuck the tailbone. Bend that front knee more. A little bit more. Take a deep breath in. Sink as deep as you can. Last 10 seconds. 10 seconds, that's it. Now it's only 7. Deep breath, and exhale, hands down to the floor. Press back to plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Bend the knees. Pull the hips back. Look to the front edge of your mat. Walk, jump, float to standing over bend. Roll it up to standing. Nice. All the way up. Arms, palms press. Hands into heart center. And bring your right knee into your chest. When you forgot, right?
Exactly.
When you bring your right knee into your chest, we're going to roll the shoulders up, back down. And lift through the top of the head. Firm up that left leg. And then reach down and grab the right big toe with your right first 2 fingers and thumb. Strap if you need to. And extend the leg. Roll your right shoulder up, back down. Lift the top of your head and check in with that left quad. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, retract your right shoulder. And then see if you can bring your right leg out to the right, even if it's a little bit. Keep lifting through the top of your head. Bring it back in front. Release the leg, but leave it there. Leave it there. Hands on hips, bend the knee. Lift the thigh higher. Straighten the leg. Drop that strap, Missy. Bend the knee. Lift the thigh. Push. Good, bend the knee. Lift the thigh. Press. Nice flex foot. Strong, strong. This last one, bend. Lift. Straighten. Tin soldier. Arms up to the sky. I think that was 4, but whatever. We have tape, so
Yeah.
I'll know. Standing forward bend.
Okay, this is like lost in the paper.
Shake the head out. Bend the knees. Drop the hips and rock and roll.
Also, I looked up and was like, whoa.
All the way up and back. All the way up and back. Good. And then you're going to come up to seated. Straighten out the legs. We're going to do a nice deep forward bend. Okay, so maybe you want to roll up the back of your mat so that your hips can sit on there and get a little higher. Or your sand bed, or if you have a towel, a block. Okay, arms up to the sky. And just wiggle that side body longer and longer. Right up through the fingertips. Leaning against that imaginary wall again. Good. Look what's happening to your feet, to your legs, just when you sit here. Look what's happening. If you can't sit up tall, that's another indication that you need to bend your knees a little bit. Okay, take one more deep breath in. Stay as tall as you can. And then from that hip socket, fold it forward. It shall be nameless, but I was watching a fitness video, and the person, trainer, Julian, not saying anything, said, be surprised if you can get your head to rest, how much more your body just releases into the stretch. You're not holding that tension in your neck and therefore your shoulders anymore. If you meet a lot of resistance and it's frustrating you a little bit, then separate your feet. Maybe even as wide as your mat. Just feel something there. You're so little. She's like a little kitten. Last minute, you guys. Wiggle around. Maybe bend one knee, straighten the other, or come halfway up. Get a little bit more length. Release the shoulders, release the head, the jaw. You're going to reach beyond, beyond the feet, and then come all the way up to seated, nice and tall, just like how you started before you folded yourself over. Nice. And shake those legs out, bring your arms down by your side. If you rolled up your mat, then unroll it. And lie down onto your backs. Shoulders back enough? Shoulders back enough, right? Yeah. Knees into your chest.
What's the option?
Jumping jack? No. The option is nothing. Legs are going to go straight up to the sky. Hands underneath your butt. This should feel simple Simon now. Nice long legs. Strong through the heels. Shoulders released and relaxed. That's it. So Shavas. Nice comfortable pose of relaxation, whatever that is for you.